Hi y'all! Today we're going to make arroz con pollo, which is Spanish, I believe, for rice and chicken. So I have a casserole dish and I put a little bit of oil in the bottom. I used a vegetable oil, safflower oil, and I put some brown rice on top. There's a little bit of wild rice in there because I didn't have a whole cup of white rice. So I just put in I boiled the rice ahead of time. I never have luck with cooking rice in a casserole, but you can do it. If you add enough water, you can put it in the oven with the dry rice and water and it should absorb. But I never have luck with that, so I just boil it ahead of time. And so now I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients. So I add corn. Now if you like corn, you can put it in. If you don't like corn, you don't have to. So we'll put a layer of corn. This is kind of like a lasagna, but you don't have to put it in layers. Like lasagna, if you want to just make a big mash, you can do that also. But there's a layer of rice, a layer of corn. I'm gonna add, these are the frozen peppers you get in the bag in the frozen food section. You could use fresh peppers, or they sell canned roasted red peppers, which are really good. You could add those, but I thought this would add some nice color, the red, yellow, and green. And you can also get them with onions, or add onions of any kind, and that will be delicious. Those go on there. One of the people in our house doesn't like black beans, so we're going to put this on about 2/3 of the dish, so that we can dish some out from that side and there won't be any black beans on it. And the same will go after it comes out of the oven, like you do with lasagna. You know, you take lasagna out of the oven and then you take the cover off and you put mozzarella on and put it back in the oven to melt it. Well, we're gonna do that at the end with Monterey Jack or pepper jack cheese, and we will put it on. I'll put it on going this way because I don't care for cheese that much. So then I'll have mine from this side, and the person who doesn't like their black beans can have theirs from that side. And so now I have the chicken, which I cut up into bite-sized pieces. I don't know if you can see that I did that, because I think it makes it a lot easier when you're dishing it out. Then whatever you dish out onto the plate, the chicken's bite-size, and you don't have to cut it. So it just kind of makes it easier to eat and easier to serve. If you wanted to just put like whole chicken breasts or strips, and then you could serve them that way also and let people cut their own. You might have heard Bella drinking her water. She finished her water and she's sitting there waiting for me to add more water to her dish. But I'll get to it, okay? I'll get to it, 1 minute. This is some chipotle chili powder. I don't do cumin. It gives me terrible stomach aches. But this one is so good, chipotle. So I like that. So that's gonna go on there. And then, ta-da, on the top is salsa. And it adds a bit of liquid to the dish so that it doesn't dry out in the oven. I'm gonna cover it with salsa. Spread that around too. And then it can go in like a 350-degree oven for about half an hour, or you could do it a little lower for longer if you had more time you wanted to take up. And so that's that. Arroz con pollo, like I said, when it comes out, we'll add the shredded cheese and put it back in the oven for a couple minutes to let that melt over the top. And then you could also add some scallions at that point too, which would be really good. Make sure I got all the salsa. I don't like to leave anything behind. So, get all that out. And there, and so when it comes out, now we know the rice is already cooked, and we just need to make sure the chicken's cooked when it comes out. So that will be good. The top on it, and we'll go in a 350-degree oven for half an hour.